Playing like the hey, the lights. Playing like this ominous freaking music. All right, 7:34. I'm here at the parachute jump. I'm going for a walk. I'm walking on the boardwalk today because my ankle is hurting. Should have worn the compression socks. But I'm gonna do 2 miles. I'm gonna breathe through this. So I'm trying to think of why the pressure, why my health, and I was pushing it a little bit on the weights, a couple of workouts, just doing like say 100-pound chest press, right? Which isn't much, and curls and arm rows, but the pressure on my ankles, just with that little bit of extra weight, like those. If I put like 35, 40 pounds on my arm, that it goes right to your feet. So your stance is important when you're lifting weights. And I'm never an expert, but you have to be careful. So then sitting at a desk for 5-6 hours just coding lessons with my legs folded, so my ankles are sore, no circulation to the legs. So I got to do these walks. I think it's a combination of the workout with dumbbells and just the extended time at my desk writing lessons for the Catholic school. It's wrecking my legs. So I'm going to go for at least 2 miles every day to keep going, especially if I'm sitting. As I mentioned before, my friend Ajay and our mutual friend Andrew, we used to hang out together after school. And Andrew's mom was like a teacher. She said, no matter what job you have, just spend an hour of your day walking. So if Andrew was done with his homework or he had dinner, she'd throw him out of the house for 1 hour. She'd say, go for a walk. So, high school buddy. And I always laughed when he said it. It's like, no, mom threw me out. I got to leave for an hour. But I think that's a wise mom. It's just good for your longevity. Hey, what's up? Jack Shacks. Deepa Moni Bora and Munoz is back. Yeah, so how's it going? Here on Coney Island Beach. I'm just going for a 2-mile walk. It's going to be slow because my ankles are wrecked from gym workouts and sitting at my desk. Because you forget when you're like, I'll write like 3 lessons and then I'll play video games for 2 hours. And I'll get lost in that. Then I'm like, I got to write these 7th grade lessons. Work for 3 hours, getting burnt out. I'm like, okay, I'll play chess for an hour. But I mean, I can go for 12, 14 hours on a computer, but I have to take breaks because you just get burned out, you know, in your eyes. But the thing is, this extended time, 12 hours at a desk, yeah, it's just wrecking my legs. So, gotta lose some weight. I think the other thing is being like borderline diabetic. So as you get older, gotta intake less sugar, eat more veggies. Gotta cut back on the OJ, just have more filtered water, shit like that. But I'm limping down the boardwalk, and I've run 5 marathons. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like I haven't pushed, I haven't exercised above and beyond most people. You know what I mean? Like, that's so crazy. All right, so here we go. At the halfway point, after a mile, I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna eat my chicken. Pulling it in my book bag. I can feel the heat. in the oven. Right, this is Coney Island, Luna Park. We make it to the Wonder Wheel. Is it even running? Should look shut down. Oh, it's Labor Day. It is shut down. Oh, it's after Labor Day. Oh, they closed. I forgot they closed at Labor Day. There's the famous Wonder Wheel, Luna Park, shut down on weekdays. Wow, most of it anyway. You see the other rides in Luna Park are still going, but Dino Park is closed. It's called Dino Park, right? But the rides in the back are still going. Maybe the Cyclone. Yeah, Kitty Ride. Oh snap! What's up, Diana Munoz? Yeah, so just these rides in this section are open. Uh, I think the pass is like $100 for the day. That's it. Yeah, these rides are all going. Sun's heading down. It's 7:41 p.m. It's like a waning gibbous moon. I had to get out of the house. It's going stir crazy. Yeah. Thanks for the 2 thumbs up. Please give a follow. I'm on YouTube. Thanks for the 1,140 subscribers plus and growing. I'll continue to try making good content like these healthy 2-mile strolls at sunset here in Coney Island, New York. Going all the way down to Brighton Beach, Russian Caribbean area, and then I'm gonna walk back. We've got a kite flying in the middle of the street, not on the beach. Can you zoom in on that? It's a kite. Anyway, we're at the aquarium, so we're about three tenths of a mile or so on down the boardwalk. I'm gonna keep going. Calisthenics. I was saying as I got older, I wanted to learn calisthenics. I think that's also the way to overall body fitness. Just the gravity of poses to work fat, lipids, strengthen all the muscle groups, tendons, calisthenics. Not the hardcore, like parkour jumps. You really learn that when you're, but like the L sits and the arm lifts and the chin ups and stuff. Like that's the real stuff. Being able to move your own body. That's the real deal. Alright, I'm gonna keep going. Alright, my right leg is feeling strong, like as we walk. So I remember when I was running, like after the first mile, your legs you just feel like you're getting stronger. Each mile and compounds. So let's see. swelling in my left ankle. It's really my left ankle that I'm rolling through. It's quiet. No families on the beach. I realize how much quieter it is every day. Half day at school, and then I went home, took a nap. I was really tired. And the PTA conferences at 1 for less than an hour. I was home before 2. And I was checking my bank account. I didn't get paid by the tutoring house. And it's just beyond anger at this point. They're like fucking gangster thugs. Coins and bullet, yeah. They're not like decent people. So, waiting for my paycheck from the diocese. Maybe a couple extra hours of tutoring this Chinese kid, and then they didn't pay me. Just be fucking with your psyche, like they're psychiatrists or like they're doctors. Fucking, you have to. I have to put in perspective. They're local vendor, turning the other cheek so these people can get a little more drug money. You gotta understand that. I don't fit into their business program. But on the flip side, what if they're just a mostly honest family and they're trying to express that they feel like they're. That's the thing. They want their niche and they want their clientele to be non-ethnic. Then they have to appeal to what? Like, did they ask me, well, what do you want? Like, oh, I would have been a doctorate. I would have been a college professor by now. Oh shit, you can. Like a bunch of teenagers, 15 an hour. Like, it's not. And 2 years ago, I look at my data. I got kids to get up to like 1,500 on the SAT. Like I was getting, the average SAT math score was over 700. I teach math, and you get treated like, do you get a raise for that? No, you just get bullshit. Yeah. So play it off so well too. They play it off like it's a language barrier. I fucking grew up going to school in Chinatown. Like it just doesn't. It just doesn't. It doesn't do it for a person with 3 college degrees working month to month. It just doesn't. You know, it's inflation year after year. Even at the Catholic school, you get a small raise every year to adjust for your cost of living. You know, and that's just fucking bullshit. Yeah. So I got you. All right. Strolling along in 15 minutes. We are about halfway there. We're passing the Oceanside Grill. Again, if you missed my stream before, we had a nice funeral for Dad in Oxford, Pennsylvania. Nice small church, and Navy commander came out. So, officers. They're wearing their bars, and Dad showed me what each bar meant when I was a kid. I forgot to translate. But some of the bars that you get are like, oh, you did 1,000 hours or 100 hours, or you did this service. They're very simple awards, and other ones are a bit more extraordinary. Awards of excellence in the bars. I forget the color codes, but might be able to get a close up of their uniforms. Commander Norton and Norton or Morton, Commander Norton, Jack and Alicia, I think their names were. And then the crowd was telling me that Alicia couldn't really play taps on the bugle, and she chickened out because she said they said she wasn't good at it. So she ran to a car with a speaker and played it on the car, and then just did a milli vanilli, just mimicked it on the bugle, played taps. But she stood in place by this pine tree or whatever it was. But she pretended to play military taps. It was a recording. It sounded really spot on, so maybe it was a recording. I don't know. I didn't notice the difference because I was thinking about my dad, this commander from. But my dad remarried, and his wife accepted the flag on behalf of his service to the country. That was nice. They're married quite a long time. Longer marriage than with my mother. Let's see. Yeah, over 30 years, because my niece was the flower girl. So they were married, celebrating 30 years, I think. So. Again, my right leg feels strong. No problem. My left foot is working out a little bit. But I'm not jogging here, but the foot strike, the heel strike isn't too bad. It's rolling through it. But the plantar facialis, I think, is a little tight. But it's really mostly up in the ankle. Whatever the swelling is. I don't get it. All right, oh, I also got my bean bags from Flying Clipper, about 10, and they're bigger than I thought, and they're a little mushier than I thought. So it said 90% fill, and I got to bring mine to Tim, because his 90% fill with the Japanese leather from Juggle Clip, those were solid bean bags, like almost as hard as a plastic shell ball. So those were solid bean bags. These feel like they're 70% filled, like they're just so squishy. Like if I stack like a crystal ball on top of it, it sits like a bialy. It sits like flat. So I think, did he send me the 70% filled, or do they have a different metric? And the fill doesn't feel like it feels like it's a mix of sand and cotton balls, as opposed to like Tim's, which are like lead filled. So I'm a little disappointed in this $200 investment in juggling balls, but when I juggled them, they were, although they're larger than my normal sets, they were easier to catch. Like the cloth is really good, and as long as the seams don't rip, I feel like I could work up to 9 even with the larger size. If I learn the the three cascade into nine, like that technique, where you launch them from a stack pyramid. So that's a traditional juggling thing. So you learn to do two tetrahedral pyramids and either kick a ball up or drop it from your head or throw it from your elbow. But that's a typical precursor to learning nine. So you're really holding three in each hand. They're sitting there in place. So you have three triangles in each hand, and you're cascading three on top of the triangle bases. And then from there, after you get the cascade going, you launch into really high cascade into nine. You like flash them up really high into nine. So I'm gonna try that technique for my first 9-ball flash. I've never done it. So most people say, yeah, just get small little hacky sack bean bags, and it's not that hard. But I just never did that. Never did that. 9-ball flash. Getting older. Yeah, strike while the iron's hot. All right. Anyway, thanks for the follow. Thanks for the 3 thumbs up. Again, flipping through a chat. Thanks. Diana Munoz, Deepa Moni Bora, North Face again, and Jax. So we're approaching Brighton Beach. Looks like there's a patrol car on the boardwalk tonight. Maybe 7/10 of a mile. I keep walking. And when I was a kid, I was really flexible. Like I could almost do like a split. Like I could do like a gymnastic split. I was really flexible. In fact, when I was performing with Cindy, the Howard, she said, "Wow, you have a solid Chinese split." So I could do like a side split, like which is like when you're on a balance beam and you're facing, you turn 90 degrees, and you do a splitting your legs like in front of you, like with like the gyrotonics machine, where you ever do that in gym class where you put your legs in a V and then you hold on to the hands of a partner and they push your legs away from you until they're as wide. Like I could do like 180 degrees that way. So I had very flexible hips. Print out the discipline poly added about usage of AI. So yeah, kids cheating with AI is a problem in middle school. Have to learn to read their reading ability. Let's see what we can do. Tomorrow is going to be a testing review. Two teachers are chiming in. This is such a big apron. They should have pickleball here or something. I don't understand. They could have pickleball. right, but this is being live streamed to YouTube, by the way. So again, thanks for the thumbs up. 3 thumbs up tonight. We're almost at a mile after this first aid station. And look, there are some games going on. Look, they're having games. Some families are enjoying their volleyball game. Another family over here enjoying the beach. And it's mostly Russian and Ukrainian. I mean, that's not a mix, but if you're Russian, it's good. But now, like Libya, volleyball. Is that good? The English teacher is chiming in that there's going to be some policy warning about using the computer to write your papers. I wonder. I guess that's a problem in college too. Trying to figure out if the kid is using AI and then just adjusting the text, making a few errors, stuff like that. They'll write a 10-page paper, but they'll have like 10 grammatical errors peppered through it that they didn't pick up with Grammarly. That doesn't make sense. So they wrote it in to make it look like it's not AI generated and do stuff like that. But it's more about the logic and the structure, intro, body, statements, conclusions. Let's say extrapolation, body synthesis. I don't remember the technical words. That's something that English and theater teachers need to deal with. It's not something that a math teacher really has to deal with. Anyway, still playing basketball in the dark. Wow. Should we check that out? You can hear like dozens of voices playing basketball. They should really put the court lights on. They had a nice floodlight above one of the boards a few weeks ago. That'd be automatic, but you can't even see the hoop now. How are they doing that? There's like 20 to 25 players out there. You can't even see the hoop. Oh, we're almost at a mile. All right, it's 8:02 p.m. and even with my bum ass ankle on the left side, as I limp along the boards, we're doing this in under 30 minutes. So we're beating our beach time. We're 29 minutes. I'm kind of psyched here. I think it's not that bad. All right. Yeah. Just gotta keep doing what I'm doing. What is it that you do? This conversation's getting weird. Like with the light. Anyway, chat, I'd like to give a friendly shout out to one of my in-school tutors, Edwina here, who brought her son in. She just had a baby boy, her first child. His name I can't remember. Zayden. Forgive me if I have his name wrong. I will ask you again. Edwina, congratulations for your boy. She came in after PTA conference. She was down in the lobby. He looked like newborn, like within a month, like a month old. His eyes were still a little swollen and red. She said he's not sleeping much. So Miss G, one of the this is my mile marker, one of the parent coordinators, she said, well, speaking as an old parent, try oatmeal in the drinks like later in the day. Just a little bit of oatmeal if you want to help him relax and sleep. And I was gonna say, my sister used grape juice or wine, but I didn't say. He's not teething yet, right? He's not so I realized, oh, that's year or two. 2, 3, 2, 3. Big pool of water. I'm gonna go over to the bench and take out my chicken roll and nibble on it as I walk back. I'm on a keypad, so it's charging. It's gone from 61% to 54 as I talk to the street. It's not too bumpy. It's got a beautiful ocean and the moon. It's a boat. It's very calm tonight. When we have like 2 to 3 foot waves, gentle breeze. Some people chilling at the first aid station. And a lot of players because it's warm tonight in New York City. Take out my chicken roll. See on the bench here. All right, thanks for the 5 follows. I'm gonna nibble on my chicken roll as I walk back. Chuck it in my pocket. These chicken rolls are so good. Maybe it's not good for my weight, but the amount of chicken and cheese inside is extraordinary. So if you've never been to Pizza on the Run, I recommend Pizza on the Run for above average pizza, calzones, and rolls. And heroes. They are above average, definitely. Pizza on the Run here in Coney Island, I do recommend. Edwina is one of the few African Americans who works at the school, the Catholic school here in Brooklyn, New York. We're in Gravesend. We're not far from Coney Island. And there's a lot of Russian and Italian pride and Polish, Chinese, and a few African Americans and Muslims. But I get kids who are like, I don't want to work with Edwina because she's black, and I never understood that, especially at a Catholic school. I mean, I grew up in the projects, so we definitely grew up with African American friends, families, Latino friends. There is a small Latino population, but she was always very, very calm about it. I don't know why. She's just working, very, very supportive of the kids, encouraging any kid that worked with her. So she's a good tutor. Works with the Learn It system. There's a couple of other tutors. There's Mrs. Masood, who has a daughter who's Muslim. I don't know if she's Moroccan or from the Middle East, and either North Africa or the UAE. And then there's Kelly, who's this pretty Chinese woman. And then there's a couple other tutors who I don't see very often. They work with the lower grades, but they're in-house. So I asked them. They said they're paid by contract, so they're like a contracted vendor that works with the city. In-house contracting. So they get an office at the school, and they come in based on their matches. But usually September is assessment time, and then we have our first round of testing called the Learn It test and the religion test with Sadlier. Then the kids will be assigned to their tutors. There'll be another round. Like if they don't have the tutors carried over from last year, then they'll be reassigned, so they get a lot more work. Again, my right leg feels good. My left ankle is just still a bum ankle from sitting, getting my work done. Keep going. I guess that's what it is. When I was a street performer 200 days a year, I never thought about how a desk job changes your lower body, the strength of your hips, strength and flexibility of hips, lower back, and hams and calves and ankles. But as you get older, if you transition to a desk job, you gotta be mindful of that. Otherwise, yeah, you can develop a lot of different things: diabetes, gout, um, arthritis. So these walks are really a simple cure. On we go. This one of these mini bikes, chilling. A scooter. That was a mini bike. Trick and roller so good. Hyping it up a little bit. It's FDNY. I don't know if those are fire trucks. Yeah, here's what I want. I want to finish this before an hour.
You don't have to offer advice all the time. No, I do.
Anyway, I should get my paycheck tomorrow. Look at the rest of them right here too. Wow, nice seagulls or birds. Continue on my way. That's a good chicken roll, but wash it down with some tea. And my left ankle's still wrecked here. I hit that curb with the wrong, the heel, sharp pain. You see how that just guts ball through it? I grip my teeth and push off with the strike and the lift. It's a called and run. Strike the heel or the ball of the foot. You pivot, shift your weight, and then you throw your momentum forward. What's the name for that? Strike. My brother train for another half marathon. They didn't invite me to share training logs or anything. Just have a weird sense of humor about things, I guess. About spit. But you know, I created most of my lessons. I have to do 2 more tonight. And I'll have 3 for each class. But we're going to start those on Monday. So I got to go home, take New York State tests, chop them up, make carousel slides. And then for the really advanced kids, I have them give part two. They don't have to do that. The average kids, but I got to remember to print out extra credit for a few of the kids. It has to be done by everybody. And I'll do that tomorrow. I was going to do that shopping activity with old circulars and flyers, like pick 10 things you would want for the holidays, but I need like Toys R Us catalogs and Macy's and Thanksgiving Day catalogs, so I got to pick them up from somewhere. I could say, it doesn't really matter. It's just any type of grocery circular. So maybe I can do that tonight as well. So I'll go to the grocer and pick up the stack of circulars. So that'll be the other activity. Anyway, because we just need to set up glue things to construction paper that they can then do a percentage chart on, like full price, half price, quarter price, but then also 70%, 90%, 80, 75%. So we'll do that. So they can see what discounts look like. All right. So, for example, there's a $100 bicycle. They glue the picture on the top. This is the bicycle that I would want. It's $100, and but half price would be $50, and half of that is $25. That'd be a quarter price, and then we can figure out the 3/4 price. Just add 25% to 50%. You get 75%. So you can do that to review for like grade 7 and 8. And then you can also do discounts by 10%. So we have 100%, and then figure out what 10% is, and then just subtract it over and over, like down to 0%. Right? So like $100 would be $90 would be 90%, $80 would be 80%, $70 would be 70%, and so on. And we'll use estimation to make it easier. So, for example, if the bike is $99.95, you're not going to sit there with your calculator or doing half of that and then rounding the penny. No, it's rounded to $100 first. Like, use your good judgment. Like, if it's $89.73, just round that to $90. Here's 10 or whatever. So we'll do that. So that's a basic starting lesson for shopping. That makes sense. My ankle is wrecked. But like I said, I'm staying with the book, so I'll just make the worksheets. I'll just mix them like cards, and you like pick. And then you fill out what the cost would be. So we'll do it that way, it's faster. So the battery is at 48%, and the walk is at 51 minutes. I've been walking. And it's looking good so far, right? Oops. Looking down. I never, had a fireball. How they have those drinks with like the little red goblin or the little red devil or the little green devil? I never had like a fireball or a Jägermeister, But I'm gonna keep running. I'll start jogging again soon. I have nothing else to say. This is bullshit. I mean, what can you tell me about is 8:26 p.m. Really close. Right leg feels strong. Energy's flowing through the ankle to the foot. Left one's still bumming my ice, and one more night takes some Advil. Hopefully, be good morning. Damn, they got these old boards in the marathon. They're raised and lowered, and one of those raised just about a half an inch or an inch. And when I heel strike it, pain shoots right up the shin. I mean, right up the ankle bone behind the calf. It shoots right up, like the spur of the heel is bruised or some shit. The bone above the spur. I was also thinking, if I don't have the Saturday job at the tutoring house, I might go to a judo class if I can save the money for it. So we're taking judo. I like Aikido, but I never learned the grapples and the where you like grab the belt, you grab the chest collar, and those flips and stuff. I'm not like Putin into like Putin is a ninth degree judo master, but I was thinking maybe some judo. I mean, I really did like Tai Chi and I like Master Yu, but I don't know, maybe Aikido. I'm not into boxing, um, like a real martial art. Like, like I enjoy Tai Chi. I enjoy Aikido. Taekwondo's good, but it's a striking art. So Aikido and Tai Chi, Jiu-Jitsu, and grappling arts and deflecting, like those are more of the style of a way that I'm more interested in. Striking arts, I'm not that interested in. And that might be weird when you're a juggler, but juggler is really deflecting and redirecting the energies. Um, and the flow and the quality of your tendons, even at an advanced stage, is very young. I think it's very rejuvenating. So, striking martial arts can cause permanent damage, like football. And these guys have messed up brains. Their minds are just fucked because they're doing striking arts, and they're like, oh, you don't do fucking striking. No, it's if that's your way, you have to go to your corner. You have to go to your trainer and ask them for advice. Look, I have this rage inside me. How can I deal with it? You have to go because that's not the way of most martial arts. They're not striking. I mean, there's Taekwondo, there's hard style karates. Most of them are studied in tandem with arts that redirect energy into circular or nonlinear forms, like Should I go on about this? I'm no Bruce Lee, but in terms of the ones that I think are better for your quality of life, like Jeet Kune Do, like it's a striking art, but he combined all these different styles, fully understanding the physiology and the tendons as a real practitioner of the art. And he had a real like sort of gymnastics base as well. He was extremely fit, but I digress. But in terms of like you get older, yeah, I was never into like striking arts. Like I would like to learn to use a staff, or I never learned sword form, which is similar to long form in Tai Chi, but again, not cutting either. I would, if I were to pick weapons of defense, yeah, like a bolo or or mace dart, or that's like not even nunchucks or a staff. Like those are not lethal weapons, like blades and projectiles and stuff. So that, I mean, I'm just saying, as you get older and you think about, if you think about it, what's good for what's good for the world around us. We're almost through the, we're almost there, guys. But we are at 60 minutes, so I didn't make it. Ruby's closing. Yeah, it's after Labor Day. I don't see that clown girl here doing her thing, but there's no foot traffic. So I took those glue traps. I bought like two of them at like some Chinese bodega. So I went to Amazon, bought like a pack of 18. Right? So I threw them all along the perimeter of my house. $10 to get rid of the glue traps and the bait. And some of them have like 10 to 20 roaches each. So if I were to estimate, I've already caught over 100 roaches and, mama roaches. But I'm going to leave it out for 72 hours. Then what, chuck them and then throw down another $10? Like, how does that work? Crazy. All right, the flow's going fine in my right leg, but not in my left. But it's good, right? It's good. I think so. It's nice. It's not like I have like a house with a backyard to play in. Just walk around in. I can't, If I had a house to visit and I had a backyard, that might be fun. This person's serious about their short run. Steady working runner. This is just a sad picture. Just hoping for clients some corn or some caught in it. Almost at the carousel. My bike should be here on the left. Left ankle still, it's at about like 75%. Like, it's still gonna hurt walking up and down stairs. I had to run up and down stairs, but it's better than it was. So this was worth it. You gotta just, grin and bear it. Just work it out. Get those couple miles done. Not complain. Don't bitch about it. You know what I'm saying? Because we cool. We good. All right, and you own this. Yeah. All right. So until until the enemy is ready to lick my ass crack, I wish you well and a good night, and hope you're having a good one wherever you are. Carousel. Getting a lot of pop-ups for the angelfish carousel. We did my brother's daughter. We brought them like at carousel one year. My niece doesn't even fucking remember. My sister's daughter. I took her to the carousel, but oh well. Lots of love for you guys. All right. All right. It's a beautiful night. Adios. See you around. There's a soccer or basketball or baseball game going on at the stadium, but it's so quiet. It feels like it's a soccer game. I could be wrong, but it feels like soccer. But I did it. 2 miles. Thanks for watching. My bike's still here, even though I forgot my kryptonite lock, so I'm psyched. Looks intact. My helmet's still here. I'm good to go. God bless. Good night. And the school year has started at St. Peter's Catholic Academy. I'm signing off here from Coney Island Beach. I'm going to look out past this nice old lamppost. See the ships going to their safely to the